Well, good afternoon, everybody. Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Today is Tuesday, May 4th, 2021, and it's about almost 5, about 5:20 Eastern time, so the market's been closed a little bit here. Thought I'd go over a couple of charts. Actually, I've got 10 charts I want to look at, but we're going to start with the SPY. Oh, I take that back. Let's start with a couple other things. I can't bring up Dogecoin on TC2000, but we did sell half of our Dogecoin today for about 800%. Wow, that's sweet. So we're gonna keep half of it, and I'm gonna pretty much let that run for a while. But boy, we did close that for 800%. How sweet was that? Good day when it comes to that one. SLV, we closed SLV today too, up here, and made a nice tidy little sum on that before it just tanked. Made me feel like I was kind of a smart trader there. So good job for everybody on SLV. And just a reminder, if you're a member of Hit Run Candlesticks or a trial subscriber of Hit Run Candlesticks, you can download the app. It's free to you. You can download the app, and we post everything we buy and sell, adjustments, and we'll even post other stocks that we kind of like, whether we're in them or not. We certainly can't be in everything, but we post stocks out there. So keep your app open. You don't even have to be in the trading room. You can be wherever you want, and well, as long as you have internet connection, I guess, with your phone or service on your phone, you can get the app alert. All right, now let's go look at the SPY here. And I'm going to clean all this off real quick. Boom, let's just get rid of that. So I guess this afternoon at some time, I don't know what time it was, Janet Yellen walked back her comments about raising rates a little bit. I suspect that's what made the market kind of come back up a little bit today. So we'll see if we get a little follow through. That's going to be kind of important. This morning with the members, I talked about these three big bad candles right here. Big bullish candle, big bearish candle, big bullish candle. And I thought these were important, especially the lows in here. And that's just about where we came to today. Just about. We did pick it up. I thought that was good toward the end of the day, but it doesn't mean that we're completely out of trouble yet. We can't argue that we've pulled back a little bit here. So what we're going to need to see is a little bit of follow through. Now, I'm still a believer that we go a little bit higher. I still believe that. I still think that that's going to happen. But it doesn't mean that we can't come back a little lower before we go higher. So we want to keep an eye on this. Now, hopefully, I say hopefully because there's no guarantees that this is going to be the supporting area here. We really need to see that follow through tomorrow. And that could set us up to move a little bit higher. And when we get up into this area up here, we'll definitely be talking about some shorts there. Let's see what else. Oh, the Qs were absolutely no help today. Zero. No help at all. Now they did bounce back up, but you know that having this wick here is no guarantee we're going to see a lot of bullishness come in. We could slide down a little bit more, and there could be a battle between the buyers and sellers here on that 50 period moving average. FNGU was no help today. You can see that it slid down, and there's still a possibility it gets down to these in this blue line area here. Nice tail, that's fantastic, but that's no guarantee that we're just gonna go. So we could come up and we could come back down before it settles out. It's important to watch price. Bottom line is we need to see price fight its way back up a little bit. So we need to see those bullish candles rise. it's okay to have a little bit of a pullback testing, but we need to continue that rise and create that trend in there. So we'll be keeping our eyes on that. All right, let's take a look at some charts that I think are worthy of our watch list, and well, let's talk about them. So let's take a look at LPX here. LPX had a nice day today. Here we have a top. We pulled back a little bit. Doji, great day today, great candle. So I think this is looking pretty tough. I mean, it's really doing a good job. I like it that it's over $68 here. So I'm pretty much bullish over $68. Anything below that, I'm not going to like it. So we'll just put the buy box in like that. We'll look at a buy somewhere in this area, and then we'll adjust a stop depending on where we buy it and depending on what the market, how the market is acting as well. Once again, I'm not going to put any shorts on here today because the market, I think, is still controlled by the bulls. So right now, all we have are longs. But believe me, we're starting to eyeball the shorts. We're starting to get close. But right now, I believe the market is still controlled by the bulls. Okay, so we like LPX. How about Dish? Dish is looking pretty great. We popped up. We pulled back a little consolidation, bullish engulf today. I think what I'm going to have to do is come up here and say somewhere, well, above today's low. That's where the bullish engulf started. So I'm going to have to go with that. Above 43.80, I'm going to look at this as bullish. Put the buy box up there. Pretty simple. We'll look for a buying condition in the buy box. And the buying condition doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't have to be Thursday or Friday. It could be next week. But we're going to wait for that buying condition to come in. Excuse me. And if we end up liking the chart, we'll certainly post it out there. We don't put a lot of posts, so you're not inundated with posts. 3-4 times, maybe a day, maybe that many. So we'll wait for that to set up. We may buy it. If we do, we'll post it in the app. SFY is setting up nice. I like this. Let's push this back down. We're gonna push down into this candle to these highs. So happens that comes down to today's low, about this close or this high on this candle here. So I think that's a pretty fair area. Anything below 43.10ish, I wouldn't like it. And just think about that. Let's just think about that. So if, say we opened up right here, and we actually popped up a little bit, but throughout the day, or maybe we close right here, okay, tomorrow, and then the next day, maybe we open up anywhere in here. We open up here, and then if it actually fell down through that area, just ask yourself, would you like that chart? And I certainly wouldn't like it. So anything below 43.10 would not like it. So that would be a good stop area. Anything above that, I'm going to look for a bullish setup. So a buy setup. We have a bullish setup now, but I don't think we have the buy setup. Certainly not the buy setup that we look for. We want to see a little bit of rest. We don't want to buy too high. We don't mind buying on a breakout as long as we see the positive trading coming in and the market's in our favor. But either way, if we do, we'll post it on the app here. You can see here we failed, rallied up, failed, rallied up. We actually failed on this day, and then we broke out. So this is showing the power of the bulls, showing that they're there, showing that they're interested. Here's RHI. Nice little rally up. Here's a little flag pullback here. Nice bullish engulf. Ultimately, this does need to get above this high. It does. I like this chart here pretty much above today's above 87. So we're looking at these lows of a couple days ago. We're looking at these candles over here where they failed and failed. So above 87, I'm bullish on this. And I'm actually going to draw the buy box way up here like that. So I'm bullish on a setup inside this green box right here. And then we'll make the stop adjustment based on the entry. That'll play a part on the stop adjustment and how the overall market is doing as well. Rig. Let's take a look at rig. This is starting to sharpen right up here. I love the way we've got this bottom built in, being built right now. You know, it's showing support right in here, showing really good support. We are showing a little bit of resistance. Yes, we are. I know some traders have already bought this inside this area. I think also waiting for a breakout is a great idea. So right now, this chart is set up. If we end up buying this chart, what we'll do is I'll post it out there that we bought it, and depending on where we buy it will depend how we set the stop up on it. DHI is setting up quite nice. I like what this is doing. We've got this shooting star up here, so ultimately we actually need to be above it. Ultimately we do. I'm not going to like it back below this bearish candle right here. Below 98.10, I'm not going to like it. So anything above 98.10, I'm looking at this as bullish. And we'll put the buy box up like that. So I don't mind buying a breakout. In fact, half of me kind of prefers the breakout, and then we'll adjust the stop based on that. So really what I'm looking for is a breakout, and then maybe come back and test with some bullishness. Watch for those buyers to come in. And this pullback to me can be very bullish, even though it might be negative candles, as long as it doesn't cave in and start crunching this top down. We don't want it to do that. We want it to break out, and we want it to show that it has the strength to hold, and then we'll shop for that entry in there. Another nice chart setting up is XOM. That's setting up pretty nice here. Nice little consolidation area. Looks bullish. I really like that chart. I would say anything over 57.70, 57.75 here is bullish. I'm going to put the buy box in there like that. Slightly over those candles, because we'll certainly take that breakout of those candles, and we'll adjust the stop accordingly. Now I'm already in XLE, and XLE needs to get through 51.50 and 52.15 up here. So we're going to watch for that. But it's a similar chart, similar looking chart, but I think it's setting up quite nice, just like that XOM. Let me go back up here. There we go. UEC might be setting up. A little bit of uranium here. You can see by the 50 period moving average and the 34 EMA, we have a nice trend up. We've come back to the 50. We bounced off that, and now we've rallied up here. I want to put this line in here. I like yesterday's action. I like today's action in the candle. I love an inside day. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll go down to yesterday's candle. Yeah, maybe a little lower. Yeah, I'm going to go right there. So above 290, 295, I'm going to look at that as a buying area. Now here's the problem with this thing. Kind of volatile. From the top of this green box to the bottom of the green box is 16.8%. So it'd be very important for us, if we do buy this, to adjust the stop, because no way we want a 16.8% stop. Also, too, we need to break out of this 360 area. Let's look at a weekly chart here. So you can see that weekly chart. You can see over here, we've broken out and we're holding, and then we're trying to get through. If it does get through, we're good to go. So we'll just watch for any sell signals that say, hey, we're not going to go through this time. But right now, from the 50 period moving average up, I think this is a very nice price action in here, and I think it could be setting up. But we do need to see the buy signals in here, and yeah, watch for those buy signals, and that's certainly what we're going to do, and then we'll adjust the stop accordingly. WETF, here's another stock under $10. We came back 3 days ago with a belt hold. Let's clear that green line off. We came back 3 days ago with a belt hold. We gapped down and boom, we popped right back up. And we're showing confirmation after that belt hold. So I'm pretty much going to use that as the stop. I'm going to go down to today's low, but utilizing that candle as well. So anything above $6.75, I think I'll be bullish on this. We'll just be waiting for the setup in here. So the setup, basically what I'm looking for is something like this. Here's today's price action. We're looking for that setup, pullback, consolidation, and it could be just sideways as well. And then we're going to look for the buy signals in there to say it's ready to move up. And it would look something like this. Let's change this pink. So here we go from this bottom, we go up, and something like that right there. And then we're looking for that this is where the money is, right in here. The last one I have is Wells Fargo. And I got to tell you, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan, I think they're terrific looking charts. I just kind of like Wells Fargo. Yeah, that's why I'm putting it up here. But Bank of America looks great. JP Morgan looks great. So on Wells Fargo here, you can see where we've rallied up. We've pulled back a little bit, a little doji. Nice little, actually it's a bullish engulf. Engulfing the doji body, little tail on it, giving us a little hammer action in there. So let's see what this looks like. And I'm not going to use today's low. I think I'm going to come over here and use 3 days ago this bearish candle as a low for a stop. So anything above that, let's do this. Yeah, there we go. Anything above 44.85 or maybe even 80 if you want to go that low. This looks to me like we might be setting up to move higher. Ultimately, of course, we need it to break out. And what this is setting up is a J-hook. J-hook continuation pattern. We're looking for it to maybe come back here a little bit, give us a buy signal in there. We'll certainly take the breakout signal, because where you end up making the money is after it breaks out. So we break out and do the dance, do the typical dance, but that's where the money is. This is just trying to negotiate an entry. Alrighty, folks, that's the some trade ideas that we'll be looking at in the trading room. Remember, if you're a member or a trial member of Hit and Run Candlesticks, get that app downloaded. If you're having troubles, please email us and let us know, so you can catch those alerts even if you're not in front of your computer. Alrighty, everyone have a great evening, and we'll see you all tomorrow, okay? Take care.